Machine Dragon Arrow signing in once again. Hey guys, this video's been a long time coming, and finally inspired me to go ahead and get out and get it done by your friendly neighborhood YouTuber. Great guy, great YouTuber, makes some awesome content, awesome at customizing. Highly recommend checking out his channel. He's one of the people that inspired me to do some customizing, and has been inspiring me to get some Spawn figures that look really cool, especially the new McFarlane ones. Anyway, these are the Series 1 NECA P.O.T.A Caesar figure, and I want to talk about them and the possibilities you have of customizing them. These guys, to a point, I guess you could say have a bit of a generic body or so. They have a body good for army building. What I mean by that is that they're consistent to a point, I guess, and okay, to be fully honest, they'll come like a roll of the dice. Like my first Caesar figure, his hands and some parts were very stiff, kind of like how this guy's hands are. They're extremely stiff. This one, on the other hand, both his hands, his feet, and some of his other parts, they're, let's see if I can find, this one. They're a lot softer. They're much softer plastic, where you can actually open the palms up and not worry about ripping and breaking them. Because with the other hands like these, they're very hard, they're very difficult to move, and you run the risk of breaking the pegs if you try that. So you might get lucky, you might not. I didn't get lucky the first time, and second time I got lucky with the third time, because this guy he's a lot more softer and a lot more easy to work with, and the articulation is still great. And what I like to do is, well, what I'm trying to do is, I'm trying to get both Series 1 and Series 2 of Caesar to give him more hands, like the open palm hands, and using the closed hands. Like from Series 1, they're a lot more closed and a lot more bulkier, so kind of like use them as makeshift fisted hands. And the Series 2 Caesar figures, they're a lot more open and a lot more able to grip, to, like, if you could slip something through it, then yeah, better gripping hands. And the trigger finger, well, more like a stylized hand. Like you can have them pointing down at pointing at something or whatever, or touching something, you know, whatever. And also, like I said, what's really good about this guy is when I was able to get the head off. Like for my first one, couldn't do that. Now, granted, because of the little nubs right here on the ball joint, it is eating up the rim right here, and I don't know if you can see that or not. Oh, there you go. It is eating up a little bit, so I'd recommend shaving these little nubs off. That it goes in a lot easier if you can. But you can go ahead and take the Series 2 head and pop it on there, and boom, got a war cry face, a battle face. It's pretty cool. And I recommend using hot water if they're like more stiffer. Like this guy, I don't think I could do that. And yeah, he's a lot more stiff, and I'm scared of popping any of his parts off, because like I said, they're really stiff. So you can also run the risk of popping the peg out. It's a straight peg, thankfully. Well, it's a ball peg with a straight piece in there, so yeah, that's prone to happen, but better than breaking, because like I said, my first one, my first Caesar figure, I accidentally broke the right hand, and I had to glue this type of hand in there, so it's just stuck like that. And one of the legs has no articulation to it, like just no articulation. Okay, it's focused. I didn't realize my camera went out of focus. But these guys are great. Oop. Can't get them to stand. But they're great, like, because you can army build them, and you can repaint them with like acrylic paint, which is what I use, and I find that black acrylic paint really works out well for them. It just looks a lot better for them, in my personal opinion. I think my camera's a little crooked. Hold on. We'll go with that. And they have some pretty good scaling there in the 6-inch range. So if you do have, by some chance, give me a second here, and let me just move this stuff out of the way. if you have any of the older NECA Godzilla figures, they'll scale pretty well with them. Unlike the new NECA Kong figure, who's just a big boy and towers them. But this guy can scale pretty well with them, so it makes for some pretty decent stop motion videos. And like I said, you can take some acrylic paint, repaint these guys. I have only ever painted them black. I never tried any other colors, but I'm gonna try at least this new technique called dyeing your figure, which Rocco the Great. It's the first one I actually saw try this, and it worked. However, that was for Hasbro figures like Marvel Legends, and this is NECA, and I tried to re-dye a Godzilla figure, and that did not work out so well. I must have did something wrong, or it was made of a harder plastic. Anyway, with these guys, you can customize them and do a lot with. And like I say, if you can get like Series 2 Caesar, you can give him more hands and different facial expressions. And, you know, who knows? If you're able to sculpt, if you're good at sculpting and really good at customizing, like making your own body parts and all, you can like give him, I don't know, battle damage, or make him into like a Bigfoot figure, like, you know, or your own wannabe Kong figure. Sculpt out some pecs for him. Do whatever you can. The only limit you have is your resources and your own talents. If I could design my own personal ape figure, I would take I would take the articulation of the NECA Kong figure, the latest ones that came out, and I would give him like a, let me see, I got it right here off camera. I'd make him kind of stocky, like the Mezco Kong, because this boy, you could tell he's a fighter, you could tell. And probably would make for a pretty good Sasquatch figure. Especially if you have boat versions, which I do, and custom paint them, which I might do one day. Maybe even get 2 more just for custom painting. Different topic in our day. And I would also give him at least 3 different head expressions, like the Mezco Kong. If you have all 3, give him give me a second. Neutral face, growling face, and screaming face. So give him 3 different heads. And as for hands wise, I'd say about maybe 3 to 4 sets of hands, like open palm like you see, fisted hands, grapple hands, and maybe the last pair stylized hands, like pointing finger for one, and just a wide out spread hand, some sort, or maybe even like 2 clawing hands, you know, something like that. And have them within the 6 to 7 inch range. You know, that's what I would do if I could create my own ape figure. Yeah, he's a pretty good figure. If NECA were to re-release this figure with some new articulation, I'd say make him a little bigger, to where he could definitely scale it well, at least 7 inches tall, roughly, and give him bicep swivels, exchangeable heads, more interchangeable hands, and make sure the plastic's a little bit softer, to where whenever you want to swap parts out, it's safe. You don't gotta worry about breaking. But yeah. A little spoiler alert, I'm gonna go ahead and customize one of these apes to create one of my own personal characters, who I'm calling the Fire Ape. And I'll explain that whenever I actually have it done and when I have more ideas to do with it. But yeah, you could, with these guys, like generic Marvel Legend figures, you can just go ahead and go wild and really customize them. The ideas are near endless. The possibilities are only up to your skills, I suppose. But yeah. So again, I do recommend that you check out your friendly neighborhood YouTuber's channel. Great guy, great figures, and he makes some pretty awesome videos. And I think he also does customizing work. Yeah, he does some customize. I haven't seen too many of them yet, because I'm still a little new to his channel. But, yeah, I recommend checking him out. And hey, your friendly neighborhood YouTuber, if you're here checking out the video, I greatly appreciate that. Thank you. And maybe you can even help me out with some new ideas, and maybe I can help inspire you, or, you know, vice versa. Anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Y'all take care now. Have a great night. Sorry it's so late. I tried making this video earlier, but complications and whatnot. Anyway, this is Machine Dragon Nero signing off. See you on the battlefield.